Hi, everyone. Adam from the podcast here with a special announcement. As of April 1st, so a few days ago, my stand up comedy special, Egghead, which is a micro special where I did 20 minutes talking about Cadbury cream eggs and adjacent Easter candies and my love or, hatred for them. And we released it as a 7-inch EP, and now finally the video is being released by Stand Up Records for free on the Stand Up Records YouTube channel. Like I said, it came out on April 1st. You'll see a link to it in your episode notes in your podcast app, or you can just go into YouTube and type Adam, Quesnell, Egghead. Without further ado, I'm going to throw it to the theme music.
Not enough podcast about fast food. Not enough podcast about movie. Not enough podcast where two average guys talk about those things for you. Movies over my hammy. Movies over my hammy. Wait, what's the show?
Hello and welcome to an episode of your favorite podcast, Movies Over My Hammy. Jesus Christ. Movies Over My Hammy, a podcast where a cat jumps out of my lap unceremoniously and makes me praise the Lord. I am Andrew and I'm joined by...
I'm Adam.
In this podcast where every week we eat a food and watch a movie, and we talk about them in relation to each other, but why and how? Well, the food is typically a tie-in to the movie, such as the Hobbit menu from the Denny's, or if we don't have that to compare to the film, we will sometimes do a sound-alike, such as Twix versus Twixt.
I thought you were going to do the we will compare it to what we're doing today.
Or... in today's case, we compare it to the movies.
No.
We compare it to the Moons Over My Hammy sandwich. Making this podcast has forever fucked me up for being able to talk about the sandwich, because now I call it the podcast name.
Well, same. And this is important to note that this is the podcast. Like, essentially... we knew there weren't going to be tie-in menu items. Oh, kitty. We knew there weren't going to be tie-in menu items all the time. So you had the very clever idea, that you presented to my people of when we don't have a tie-in item, we'll compare it to the Moons Over My Hammy sandwich. Movies Over My Hammy will be the name. We'll be holding a pig in the artwork. It'll be great. My manager brought that to me. I passed. And then a couple months later, presented me a more refined version of the idea. You were holding a pig, but we're looking down at it. Okay, I'm on board with the podcast now for the rest of my natural life.
Yeah, the My Hammy's below. There's movies above. It starts to make sense now.
Yes. So what are we doing this week? We're doing the podcast. We're comparing something to a Movies Over My Hammy sandwich, but what is it? Some blockbuster? Some fucking action thriller? What are we doing?
Oh yeah, the number one action thriller on everyone's lips. If I had legs, I would kick you.
And doesn't that sound like it could be the name of an action thriller?
It does. It does. Yeah, what if, an aspiring action director saw the title of this movie in theaters, saw what it was about, and they're like, no, that's all wrong. So I'm going to do my movie, If I Had Arms, I Would Punch You.
There you go. I'm going to do my movie, The Raid Redemption, and I get in a time machine, and I'm Ty West. No, Gareth Edwards.
Sure, yeah.
I always get... No, it's not. Gareth Edwards did the Godzilla movies. Gareth Evans!
Mm-hmm.
Gareth Evans! I just got this wrong fucking yesterday, dude.
Yeah, Gareth Edwards did Monsters and Godzilla, right? Is that him?
What was that?
I don't know. Ham and scrambled egg sandwich with Swiss and American cheeses on perfectly grilled sourdough bread, served with hash browns. That's the Moons Over My Hammy sandwich. So
When was the last
that's
time you
what
got
we
one?
will be comparing it to. Well, that's not important because that's going to come up after food news.
There you go.
So, food news.
It's funny that you say
some of
da-da-da-da-da.
those.
Give me a second. So
Okay, fine.
I'm not trying
Whatever.
to. It's just so hard being over Zoom. I wish we were in the same room, so I could just grab you and shake you and say, "Give me a second, God damn it!"
If we could be in person, I would kick you.
So, you're talking about the. I derailed the podcast. Oh yeah, food news.
Do you want a little bit of food news as a little aperitif?
Food news. Yes, it's a segment.
No, it's always fun to do. Hey, stop! I have something to say. Wait, what was I gonna say?
Food news. So I wanted that news ticker newsreel theme, and then that's what I wanted to do, and I'll probably change it in the future. But instead, what I did was it's just like a bunch of typewriters, like it's like a newsroom, and it's you saying,
good.
"Hey, you want some food news?" Like that doesn't have anything to do with news. So
here, if you ever need me to record some voiceover lines for those, let me know. We could get some like, I've got a scoop for you, a scoop of brand new Ben and Jerry's ice cream. Boy, have I got. There's probably other.
Yeah, I definitely could make it better with more effort.
But it would take more effort.
Yeah, but see, what I like to do is I like to take something you said in the podcast and then put a filter over it and like pitch shift it and make that part of it because I already have the audio right there.
That is better for you, I'm sure.
No, hey, we could do more stuff. Like believe me, I want this to be as good as possible. I don't care about my time. But it's just funny. Like, yeah, I mean, I could call you and we could do a whole we could do produced segments that we drop in. Sure.
Did I ever tell you? This is just a tiny segue based on what piece of food news I have. Did you know that Burger King has its new AI-powered virtual assistant named Patty?
No, but I did suspect we were in hell.
Yeah, we are. So our actual piece of
Confirmed.
food news today is Uber co-founder Travis Kalanick launches Atoms. That's you, but plural. But
is
not
it
spelled
ADA?
that way.
It's
No.
Atoms.
Yeah, Atoms. Up and at them. Uber co-founder Travis Kalanick launches Atoms, a new robotics and food tech company. Now, you may wonder why those things are combined. So, Uber co-founder and ex-CEO Travis Kalanick is back in the spotlight this month with the public announcement of his technology company called Atoms. Atoms will serve as a catch-all parent company under which Kalanick's other ventures will exist. How exciting! Including
it's almost as though it is a shell.
Yes.
Under which they can place all of various revenue streams, profits.
Like a delicious crab shell, like you might expect at a restaurant, possibly. These ventures include virtual restaurant company Cloud Kitchens, operating system Otter, office lunch delivery project company Picnic, and automated bowl building technology Lab 37, alongside new projects.
Automated bowl building technology. Imagine being the person...
You're thinking about that and you're like...
No, I'm not thinking about smoking weed. That is funny that you would make that connection when I didn't.
Bubbly sound.
You know that weed is in a bowl. That's good, at least. But no, the first thing I think about with bowl building is like that poor bastard at Poncheros behind the thing who's just like, oh, I hope they never teach this thing how to roll. I hope they, like automatic bowl building,
like rolling a doobie, like smoking up with some ganj.
I'm telling you,
this place shouldn't be called Lab 37. It should be called Lab 420.
we're probably not going to do it, but for 420, I would like to watch Half Baked and have you get way too high on some kind of THC product to record the podcast.
Any amount of high
I'll
is
run
too
it.
high for me.
I'll run the podcast. We'll record on a Saturday, so you got a day off after.
I remember when we last hung out, I had gummies on me, and I offered you some, and I think there were like 5 left, and you had 2, and you're like, I'll leave you the other 3 to take. And I took 1, which 1 is a lot.
Well, I didn't mean right
I usually
then.
do half or a quarter.
No,
you said, I'll leave the other 3 so that you can get something out of it.
I just meant so that, like, because you got a few days. I don't know. Like,
and I proceeded to be like, out of my mind for the rest of that night.
That's really...
I was so paranoid when I stopped being around you.
That's so weird, man. I mean, that's not weird that you got high. Like, I respect that. Most people wouldn't even eat the gummy. But yes, it's just the idea of 10 milligrams.
I'm so brave for eating the gummy.
The idea of 10 milligrams blowing
these
the
were
top
5. These were 5.
The idea of 5 milligrams blowing the top of your head off. It's just like, if there was a pill that I could take to reset my tolerance back to 0, I would pay $1,000 for it. Like, because even if I took a break, you never get back to 5 milligrams rips your fucking face off. Like, I could not imagine. Like, I take 100. I take 80 to 150.
I drank one of those drinks, the melts. I had one of those melts at some point, and we had people over to record voiceover for a wedding thing. This was pre the wedding.
That's really cool that you'd never get high, but you did get high when you had something to do.
Well, these people like to do that too, so we got it together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had your other Adam friends.
I gotta deal with them.
You had your other Adam friends over.
Yeah, so they were like, let's get some drinks. And I was like, okay. And those were the drinks, and I had one. And they were doing their voiceover, and just in my window, there was a spider web, and there were 2 spiders fighting in this spider web. And, like, I could not shut up about it. Like, they're just sitting there trying to do their voiceover, and I was like, this is crazy. Which one is gonna win? Like, how do you think they both got here? Are they fighting over different webs that got connected? Like, I was so annoying.
Are they fucking?
Are they fucking? Is this how they're trying to get to that?
No, but yeah, dude. So we'll if you're open to it, we can figure out a 420 recording that would be very funny, I think. But
it'll just be me scared.
Well, no, you'll have your buddy Adam there. Nobody gets until I leave, and then your wife will take care of you until I log off, and then Kelsey's problem. We're food news. So that all sounds terrible, by the way. You just described awful shit. Bowl builder. We don't need a robot behind the counter putting my beans and quinoa.
I don't know what automated bowl building technology Lab 37 is, because I didn't look it up. But
I know
also
exactly.
It could just be making bowls, like
the actual bowl you put stuff in. No.
Yeah.
Nope.
I
Here's
assume
what it is.
it's like
it's a vending
food
machine.
Bowls. Yeah.
It's a vending machine, like those coffee machines where a cup falls down.
Yeah.
But this time it's a bowl, and then like your tuna and your poke, your other like rice and stuff, it all puts it together for you. Here's what they don't understand. All these motherfuckers think they're giving us replicators from Star Trek, but they're giving you a coffee machine that spits sludge into a bucket. Like, they're not replicate. They want it to be like a replicator, but it's an automat. They're different.
I have gone to Lab 37. I'm in this place. I'm looking at their model of bowl builder. It is bigger than my kitchen. It is roughly the size of a commercial kitchen.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. It's for a restaurant.
At Lab 37, we're building robots for better food. Our technology brings profitability, reliability, calm, and unthinkable consistency to your food business.
Unthinkable consistency.
Unthinkable.
I don't. So what they're telling you is, when they say, here's what they're saying. They're saying unthinkable consistency. They're saying we put 2 burritos in front of you, and if they don't look identical to you, I'll fucking kill myself.
Well, like, the machine will kill you. You're wrong.
That's the other thing. Like, when you say it's like the size of a commercial kitchen, it's gonna cost $100,000.
So big.
Like, are they thinking that because they can fire their staff, they will end
they'll
up
pay it off,
making more? That's just so stupid.
Here's the dumbest part of it. You can't fire your staff. Here's how it works. Our bowl builder and kitchen ecosystem are designed to automate the make line. Your team preps ingredients, loads them into thermally controlled dispensers, and walks away. Live order assembly from bowl, dispense to bag close is handled entirely by Bowl Builder. Bowl Builder saves up to 50% of labor costs while reducing order defects and increasing total throughput. It helps you solve some of our industry's hardest challenges, from staffing shortages to high stress and high defect peak times to shrinking margins and unit growth impediments. Half the labor, double the output is what the Bowl Builder promises.
I fucking hate that so much. I hate
you're
that
gonna
type of automation. Yeah, lay it on me, man.
You're going to hate the rest of this press release then, because where did I find it? Okay. I've been in hiding, Kalanick said in an interview with the Technology Business Programming Network podcast. What a hoot. The TBPN? The Technology Business Programming Network, my favorite podcast.
Hey, let's not. More people, they definitely have more subscribers than us right now. So it's fine.
Definitely.
It's fine. They are probably turds and dorks.
I'm not saying anything bad. It's my favorite podcast, I said. I think you misheard me.
Would we stuff that podcast in a locker? Absolutely.
His first after unveiling the Adams rebrand. Up until today, I was running a company called City Storage Systems, a conglomerate operating in 30 countries that asked, can you get a meal delivered to you so efficiently that starts to approach the cost of going to the grocery store? Because if you do, you do to the kitchen what Uber did to the car.
That's a thing from YKS. Uber, but for blank.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Uber, but for clocks.
City Storage Systems was the stealth name for Adams, which has been in the works since 2018. While Kalanick said that the mission of the rebranded company is infrastructure for better food, the company also will dabble in other industries like mining and transportation, which will be able to support the transformation of autonomous food delivery and real estate over time.
So let me back up just a teeny bit. The name of that company, like, let's say I'm starting a company.
Yeah. And you'd call it Adams Company.
Well,
so Adams for short.
You got there, and I appreciate that, but that's not exactly where this is going. Okay. But I think you're very funny. I love our podcast. Okay, we're going to do this forever, 1,000 years. Movies Over My Hammy. Now, did I forget what I was going to say because you interrupted me? I'm not going to say no.
If you're starting a company, is what you were saying. If I was
starting a company, and it was my mission was, can we get delivery meals so that it's cost comparable to the grocery store? Mm-hmm. I need a name for this company. Yes, I've got it. The only name it could possibly be City Storage Systems. Like,
no, that was the stealth name while he was
the stealth
Adams.
name. What it was he already
say.
had a business called City Storage Systems that had fucking failed, because what does that mean?
Yeah. And he's like, it's a stealth name. One example of this is a newer company under the Adams umbrella, Pro Food Properties, which claims to be a leading developer in food production, industrial real estate, with a focus on the improving of supply chain logistics.
Oh man, so they're like boat stuck people?
Yeah.
Like they're worried. That guy's really worried about the Strait of Hormuz.
Oh, he's got to be, man. He's got to be. That's what I'm worried about with all of what's happening over there. The Strait of Hormuz. That's my biggest worry. Definitely not bunches of random innocent people getting blasted. It's the Strait.
Well, here's the thing. Strait make gas go up. So.
Mm-hmm. Also, I am that. So, like, I care about it.
Hold on. Are you saying that? Are you making a joke about like sexual orientation of Hormuz? Because I have never, dude. I've never.
You're shutting down my new tight 5 on this.
I have
Strait of
never read.
Hormuz.
I have never read What About the Gay of Hormuz on the fucking on Blue Sky a million times.
This is erasure. We never talk about the gay of Hormuz.
I do know one thing. I know that at the quote unquote cheap co-op gas places around here, gas was like $3.89 a gallon, which is good for us, bad for anywhere else in the country. And then we attacked. We blew up. We melted a bunch of kids in a school.
Yeah.
And then gas was $1.20 more per gallon the next day. And I just think that's a terrible system, personally. Like I don't like that.
Yeah, it's this weird one where you have to pay higher price for gas, but like you do get the benefit of supporting a country doing really awful things like melting children.
Supporting a bunch of countries. Like we don't just support our own country doing the melting.
No.
I'll tell you, if I had legs, I would kick genocide.
Yeah. Watch out, Mr. Netanyahu. You'd be getting a kick if I had some legs.
He literally could get arrested if he went to New York. Like that. Like Mamdani said, I will arrest you.
I will arrest you. I mean, he is wanted by, I don't know, lots of places.
Dozens of countries.
Kalanick and his startup technology products are not without their controversies,
Good
however.
segue to another evil fucker, this Kalanick guy, who so far you have not said anything that makes me think this person...
I mean, he's not immune from controversies. Everything else we've read so far sounds really good, but there's some bad stuff coming up. So
everything else you've said sounds like it isn't really a thing. Everything that you've said sounds like a business guy just making stuff up when you ask what his companies do.
I know. Oh, we do everything. A little bit of everything. Food ties it all together.
Like this podcast.
Over the years, his companies have been the subject of multiple lawsuits, including labor disputes and allegations of sexual harassment and deceptive business practices.
This is a guy whose companies are overall fake, and he still gets sexual harassment. This guy's like, I'm getting sexual harassment allegations. This company doesn't even exist.
This is just such a poorly written article, too. In 2024, a former female Cloud Kitchens employee sued the company for discrimination and sexual harassment, describing a hostile work environment and claiming she was experienced pregnancy-based wrongful termination.
Oh, dude, that's the worst.
Yeah, that does tie into the movie a little bit. Additionally, the company's office lunch business Picnic was sued in June 2025 by salad chain Mixed, which accused the company of selling its food without permission. That's gotta be the funniest shit in the world, is just like, hey, I'm buying Burger King, I'm selling it to you for $1 more. Like, whatever you're doing.
I'm the Burger Queen. Order from Burger Queen.
Cloud Kitchens also went through multiple rounds of layoffs in 2023 and 2024.
What did they do? What did the people... Of course, I imagine they had to lay everybody off because their company doesn't do anything.
Despite legal and financial hurdles over the years, Kalanick expressed confidence last week in the future of the company under the new Adams umbrella.
White guy?
On the Adams website, he predicts a future with gainfully employed robots that specialize in specific tasks like making 1,000 pancakes an hour or transporting deliveries to their destination.
I'm having a heart attack. Like, you got to call
Here's
somebody.
The thing.
Call my wife. Tell her to wake up. Tell her to come help me. I can't.
I have to imagine
gainfully employed robots. Gainfully employed robots.
It's such a rich guy thing to say. A rich, out of touch guy, because he goes, gainfully employed robots that specialize in the task of making 1,000 pancakes an hour.
Never need that many pancakes in an hour. like when I hear, like, just hearing that makes me sick, because that's what, like, Peter Thiel and all those guys, like all these people who are controlling the world right now, they all want gainfully employed robots. I listened to a podcast called Dystopia Now. It's Kate Willett and Emil Torres. She's like a comedian who I very much enjoy. She's great. And Emil Torres is like a guy who came from the abundance, like longevity movement, like they call it TESCREAL, which is like
Oh, awesome.
yeah, it's like all
Yeah.
this techno stuff, like longevity and technological long-termism, etc. But they want to get rid of the human body entirely. Like when these motherfuckers say we want humanity to populate the universe, what they mean is they want to send a bunch of flash drives with consciousness on it to different planets.
Yeah.
Like it's so stupid. Like their vision of the future is impossible.
Yeah.
So all of the grifting that they're doing now to make it happen is bullshit and going to kill everybody in the environment. And also, if it were true, it would suck shit. Like, I'm sorry that you don't enjoy anything, but I like eating stuff. I like getting high. I like fucking feeling things. Like, I don't... I'll trade my body in when it's done, I guess, if that's possible.
Yeah.
But I'd have to know that what's next is cool and not their vision of it.
Yeah, in the meantime, I want to slop some roast beef in there.
Exactly. I want that reconstituted with the beef glue.
Yeah. Travis Kalanick believes the veil is finally lifting on the reality of tech-driven workplace disruption. He's just a really interesting piece of shit. I know.
You're just like, I mean, we do have the rest of the episode to record, but what a bummer. Because this guy, I didn't even know about this guy. Right? So that means there's the guys that I know about. And then there's 100 of this Travis Kalanick guy.
You gotta hear this closing bit from him.
Of course I do.
This is a separate article because I've become obsessed with him. If every job in the world was automated except for plumbers, those human workers would be extremely valuable because they're critically essential to the success of expanding infrastructure. New buildings couldn't be made unless plumbers were readily available, and there would be so much efficiency everywhere that they would need millions of people for the task. Kalanick also confronted the possibility that all human workers could one day be replaced by super AGI, which of course is artificial general intelligence.
Yep, I know all about AGI.
Still, he offered an optimistic, white-pilled take on the situation. New solutions will emerge, and there's no need to fret about a work wipeout, for now. Until we get there, I believe we're going to be super fine, he continued. That's my white pill.
I imagine everything that guy thinks is white-pilled, if you know what I mean. I'm certain he's a white man.
Certainly white passing. I cannot speak to
So was that guy... Because he's so stupid, it's hard to to follow what he's saying. But is he suggesting? Did he just use plumbers as an example, or does he literally think that plumber is the only job that cannot be automated?
I think he was using that as an example, but it's an incredibly stupid example. This is an article from Fortune, by the way. And of course, here's a quote from Sam Altman, another very smart man, of course. In 2035, that graduating college student, if they still go to college at all, could very well be leaving on a mission to explore the solar system on a spaceship in some completely new, exciting, super well-paid, super interesting job.
They envision work. That's
nine years from now.
But here's what, like, it comes back to the old idea of what's your dream job. And like, I get what they're saying. I would say screenwriter, stand-up comedian, whatever. But the real answer to that, like the socialist answer, is I do not dream of labor. Like,
no, I dream of financial security, and the way I can achieve, security in my life.
You said
is
financial
through a way that
first.
I did say financial.
But I'm fair. No, you're right.
I'm capital pilled.
You're proving my point, because what we want physical, emotional security and stability. And the way that we get that now, yes, is through fucking capitalism. These guys are so shitty and stupid. Like, no, we should just all be socialists, because like, here's the thing. Like, everybody, the big thing is they say, well, who's going to fucking plumb the toilets under socialism? Whoever the fuck. I will. Yeah. I would love that. Oh, I have a house to go home to. And the other thing is, you'd work like 3 days a week, and you'd be like 6 hours.
No, this guy was saying you'd have to work constantly because there'd be so much efficiency everywhere that there's the only thing that's not efficient is toilets full of shit.
His thing is, don't worry, you'll have not only a job 9 years from now, but a high paying job. Like they're talking to the shittiest, dumbest motherfuckers. And 75% of our economy is AI right now. Like,
Yeah.
Are we done with food news? Like,
we're done with food news. Unfortunately, we're done with food news. And that was the only bit, was just a guy did an AI.
Wow, dude. Unbelievable.
Yeah. So Denny's. What
do they got going on?
I mean, their latest syrup soaked spring break. Snag the Denny's spring break pass for free eats. That is the latest from Denny's. Buckle up for the ultimate value. America's Diner is offering over $300 worth of slams for the price of a crossbody bag.
Jesus Christ, $300 worth of slams? That's like 2 grams of that's 2 grams of heroin to be slammed into your arm.
So basically, they were offering a crossbody bag, which has I mean, honestly, it's an image that I like. It's a cute little mascot image of like pancakes, an egg, and some bacon. That says "break in case of spring break." Am I right? Could be AI now. The image, it is got a little bit of that roundedness, and Denny's is a bad company.
Half the billboards in LA are shitty AI art for accident lawyers.
That's pretty cool. But basically, they offered this crossbody bag for $15, and each of the bags had a individual QR code upon them. And for the dates from March 2nd through April 14th, you could go in and have the person there scan your fanny pack, and you would get a free everyday value slam.
Wow.
So if you went in every single day between those days, you'd get $300 worth of meals.
So how do I get that bag again?
$15 on their website, but it did sell out instantly.
Probably because they never actually sold any. What they did is they gave them to influencers.
Yeah, I honestly don't super doubt that. I imagine they sold some amount. Honestly,
12.
they might have sold the full amount.
They had a dozen in there.
I don't know. Because even if they had 200, it would be gone instantly. The shoes, they had 300, I think. The syrup shoes that we talked about.
Yeah, those sold instantly, I'm sure.
Yeah. I think someone on a video must have cut that open and eaten the syrup out of the shoes, right?
For sure. And they probably put it on YouTube and they puked.
Yeah, that's awesome.
While you're looking that up, I'm going to say when I was at Denny's...
Stop reading my mind.
When I was at Denny's, I saw... One thing that they really get is they make those hush puppies. I didn't order them because I was trying to not totally pig out, I guess. But they make those donut balls or whatever they call them that have different... They've got one that's like a pancake ball that's got syrup in the center.
I don't like that.
I think I would like it.
Control my syrup.
You like to control your syrup?
I'm very controlling when it comes to my syrup.
Well, imagine it like this. Instead of Boston cream in a donut, it's syrup.
See, I like how thick a Boston cream is, I think. The ones with the custard.
All right, I get it. You don't want the donut ball with the syrup inside. There's nothing I can do to pitch it to you.
Donut
I didn't even
balls.
get
Stop
it.
selling me on it.
I didn't even get the fucking thing.
Are you? I'm not. Oh, here they are. Maple stuffed donut holes. These look gross to me. Because what's inside is black in this image. It's really gross. Warm maple stuffed donut holes topped with powdered sugar and served warm with cream cheese icing for dipping. Great for sharing.
Cream cheese icing. Is it for dipping or sharing? Make up your fucking mind.
Well, the icing is for dipping. The dish is for sharing? And you can share a dip?
I wonder how hot that maple syrup is inside. Like you bite into it and it just melts your jaw. It melts through the bottom of your jaw.
I missed this on the last one. I looked at a review for the meat and 3 at the Arby's, and somebody was talking about their pile of sides that came in it, and one was the peaches and cream egg roll thing. And they're like, I burnt the fuck out of my lip on that. I was like, what are we doing? You just dive into that thing the second they handed it to you? How hot could it be?
I don't know.
But
Kind of feel
again,
like
I'm shaming the customer.
you're
but
also
people
shaming.
online suck.
You're also shaming your co-host who has
Did you burn
many
your lip
times
on
just burnt the shit out of my fucking face on food I'm eating. Like, what are you talking? You don't just constantly burn the shit out of your fucking face when you eat?
I burn my tongue.
No,
I don't get stuff squirted. That's the part that was freaking me out. Was I burnt my lip on a peaches and cream egg roll?
Well, think about this. I think my corollary for that would be the apple pie at McDonald's. Like, sometimes that shit is fucking nuclear hot when you bite into it. And that could drip on your lip and burn your lip. But I think that guy means he burned his mouth.
Yeah. Lip is the part that's freaky. Now, it's always the saddest experience in the world when you get like a nice fresh hot pizza that you're really excited about, and then the first bite you burn your tongue, and then you're like, well, now I won't be able to taste the fucking thing for them.
I don't burn my tongue ever. That's so strange. Burn your tongue? I burn the roof of my mouth. It doesn't even get to my tongue.
What?
Maybe I eat weird, but everything
honestly, hits the roof of mouth first.
Andrew, I don't think I've ever burned my tongue. I think literally every time I eat hot cheese, every time I eat hot pizza, whatever, hot burrito, it burns the roof. I get blistered. I get a blister on the roof of my mouth.
What?
Like, I've burnt the skin, like with hot pizza and shit. I've just burnt the skin on the top of my mouth to shreds before.
So bad that you have.
I have like blisters in my mouth on the roof of my mouth.
Oh. What?
Yeah.
No.
Like, you've never gotten a food blister on the roof of your mouth from eating food that's too hot? I don't know.
That's horrible.
Have you ever eaten food? Are you like the kid in the movie? Are you like the very annoying kid in the movie that I'm going to be ableist about the whole time?
No, the kid is meant to be annoying.
Dude, it's so funny. Burnt your tongue. What are you, licking the cheese off the top of your pizza? I don't know how you would burn your tongue on pizza. Do you eat the slice upside down?
What the fuck are you talking? You bite it and it goes inside your mouth.
And the cheese is facing up to the roof of the mouth.
Yeah, but sauce comes out from under the cheese when you bite a food. Here's the thing about eating food, the experience.
I'm working on it. I'm working it out in my head right now. I'm like,
so I want to break down
and then goes
Adam's slice of a pizza. So you have a slice of pizza in hand. It's in your hand.
Yeah.
No
triangle pointed
You're
at
holding
you.
Crust. Triangle into mouth. Triangle tip in mouth. Bite down.
Push the pizza to the top of your mouth with your tongue.
The bottom of crust is touching tongue now.
Yeah, you pin the pizza to the roof of your mouth and press the hot cheese, and then you pull. You lightly bite down, then you pull, and then all the cheese comes off on your chin. Your
understanding that I could not burn my tongue is the severed bite is within your mouth, and now you swallow. There's no chewing. You don't chew.
Oh, I don't
you just
swallow. I spit it out every time.
Oh, yeah, you're like a wine taster with your pizza.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why, because I swish it around. I burn the inside of my mouth swishing the pizza around.
Oh my god. No, burning your tongue is a pretty normal part of existing.
I probably have
the world,
but no, the roof of my mouth. I've just had so many blisters on the inside of my mouth from eating hot shit that I just assumed it's everybody else too.
Yeah, it's a real, Principal Skinner thing of just like, maybe I'm the no. It's the children.
It's the children who are burning their mouth. Or they're burning their tongue.
It's also just like you being like, I've never heard an Oingo Boingo song. Where I'm just like, yes, you have.
Well,
yes, you have. You can't exist without.
No, I guess what I mean to say is I can't name an Oingo Boingo song. Even if the songs are ubiquitous. Like, you could tell me any song was an Oingo Boingo song. And unless I know that,
Yeah.
Well, let's not talk about last episode's jokes.
No, it's hard because we just recorded it.
I don't know. We're recording right now. This is the one with.
We're talking about Denny's now, and I
Arby's?
think, and I want to kick you.
Arby's?
If I had legs, I would kick you.
What the fuck is that
Denny's.
title about?
Well, the read is that like if you had the ability to do something, you would do it.
Ah.
But it's also like fuck you for
So when was the last time you had a Moons Over My Hammy from Denny's?
A long time ago.
You didn't eat one to refresh your memory?
No, remember I live in a food desert. But
Yeah,
and
no, I know.
And here's the thing, I'm never gonna order Denny's.
No, you can't get it brought to you.
I can't do that.
It wouldn't be
It
good.
will show to me soggy, and it will cost $30.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
Moons Over My Hammy.
But
I remember it being good,
Well,
buttery.
I went yesterday and
Yeah.
I got a Moons Over My Hammy, and I substitute fucking over easy eggs for the scrambled eggs because I hate scrambled
Okay.
eggs. And this time I fucked up because Brittany, my wife, had ordered caramelized onions on her omelet. And I went, ooh, caramelized onions. I bet that shit would be good on my sandwich. So I added caramelized onions. And then they brought them out, and they were like grilled onions. And there was a fuck ton of them. Like, they thought I asked for every grilled onion that they have in the back. But it was good. It was just really messy because I get the soft-boiled eggs. So it was more like eating a fucking plate of breakfast with toast. But still pretty fucking good. Pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds awful to me personally, but I do like the scrambled
I'm a
eggs,
dumb
so that
piece
sounds
of shit.
awful.
I'm a
That sounds awful to
disgusting. I'm
you.
a disgusting pig, and
No,
yeah,
you
no, I
burnt
should feel bad, and I do.
the shit. You burnt the shit out of your roof of your mouth.
Should
while you
feel
ate
bad.
them.
I found out that nobody's ever burnt the roof of their mouth, and it's
No,
all I do
also-
every time I eat. You don't have just shreds of flesh hanging from the roof of your mouth every time you eat pizza.
No, here's the thing. Like, when people talk about the injuries to their mouth, so burning my tongue, very normal experience. Like, that it hasn't happened in a while, but like, it used to happen a lot. Biting your cheek while you're eating or something. Like, these are normal things. The one that like is such a big point for everyone is like, isn't Captain Crunch the most like evil product in the world because it shreds the roof of your mouth? And I was like, how do you eat food? Like, how is it shredding the roof of your mouth? Like, are you just like
Does kind
raking?
of shred the roof of your mouth.
Where does the
actually.
food go? You chew it in between your teeth and then you swallow it. Where is the roof coming
Okay,
in?
so here's how you eat cereal. I want to make sure I understand this. I'm going to run it by you. You open your mouth wide. You set a line of cereal on your teeth so that none of it gets in your mouth.
Yeah, of course.
And then you quickly chomp down so that
little
only
tiny bites, little careful bites.
I open my mouth. I set one kernel of cereal on each tooth with my fingers.
Of course.
I also I put water on my cereal. I know that's not.
Yeah, of course. Otherwise, it's too thick. I don't like them. Like, why don't we just have weird shit? Like, this is you liking soft-boiled eggs over scrambled eggs. I'm just
First
like,
off, over easy
water,
eggs.
water with cereal, of course.
Soft-boiled
Like,
eggs are foul and disgusting.
Okay, good. But no, I chew up the cereal before it would hit the roof of my. Like, it gets in the main mouth, but I am chewing it. Like, I'm not like.
Don't know what to tell you, dude. But
I'm not
the only
rock-tumbling that
person
shit
that
around.
thinks. I'm not
No,
the only person that thinks
obviously, I
that
know
fucking
this.
Captain Crunch cuts up your mouth. So
I brought it up because it's a constant thing I hear from people.
chair is so squeaky. My back is so sore. Oh.
What if your back was so squeaky and your chair was so sore?
Either way, it sucks. Back shouldn't squeak.
So we are talking about Denny's. We talked about Denny's. You liked it. You made a weird sloppy one, but this movie's kind of a weird sloppy one.
I did also get. I was bad. I got mozzarella sticks as well. And it was so fucking good, dude. The mozzarella sticks, it was weird because, usually when you get mozzarella sticks, if you're going to burn the roof of your mouth on something, it's on like the fried part of it or the cheese because it's like too fresh. And you put it in your mouth. Of course, you put it in your mouth. You immediately press it to the roof of your mouth with your tongue. And then you bite.
This is all I can think you're doing now.
And that's how I eat. Apparently.
It's so weird.
You just showed me how weird it is when I eat. I'll never eat again without being self-conscious about it. But this time.
And pretty soon we'll have to get you on a pump like the girl from
Oh my
the
God.
movie.
this movie is so funny in that it just makes you hate a disabled person, and it makes you feel justified in doing so by the end.
Well,
So
she is like, she does have a fake thing. Like she's not. They've never given a name to her disorder, and like it is kind of a theoretically fake thing that she's dealing. Like she's on a feeding tube, a real thing.
But I thought
But
that
her thing is just, I don't like eating.
maybe
Like,
I'm just too woke in that I assumed that there is a legit mental disorder where people can't bring themselves to eat.
no, I mean, I'm sure there is,
but she ain't got it.
Like it is
the implication
intentionally
in the movie
like,
is that
it's a surreal element of the movie that she just has some thing that she is affected by.
But really quick, and then we can get off Denny's. So the mozzarella stick was cooked pretty perfectly, not too hot, not you could hold it without the breading burning your hands or whatever, right? But this is interesting. The sauce was, the dipping sauce, the marinara, was like subatomic fucking hot. Like I was like, I burned the shit out of the roof of my mouth on the first one. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I like pulled one apart and I was like, these aren't super melty. And then I realized that the sauce was like 1,000 degrees. It was crazy, but they were good. Yeah. That was my little treat for losing weight again. I went to Denny's yesterday with my wife.
Like, let's get it right back up.
Yeah. Well, cheat Saturday and Sunday are cheat days.
Yeah, I'm not shaming you for that.
No, I know. You couldn't
Totally
shame
get
me.
it.
I lost weight. My doctor was like, good job losing weight.
But what a wonderful segue to the movie, which was produced by Fat City.
Ooh, and it's about needing to gain weight.
Yes. Yeah, so it is about a lady named Linda who is a psychotherapist. I think we find that out about like halfway through.
But why do the doctors let her keep the feeding tube in her kid and need the kid to get to a certain weight so they can take it out if she doesn't have a real disorder?
No, I'm saying in the movie world, she has a real disorder. In the analog, in the real world, it's a surreal thing. They're never given a name to the disorder. She has some ethereal issue where she has to have a feeding tube because she can't gain weight. They talk about this daughter's weight as being like 30 pounds or something, which is also like
because she just doesn't want to
surreally low. Like that, like a kid that age, I cannot imagine could be that weight and be like alive. But
so it's Rose Byrne,
Yeah.
and it opens with her at a therapy session with her kid, and her kid is talking about how her mom is elastic.
yeah, her mom's like rubber and her dad's like steel or something.
This is one of about 150 close-ups that you'll have in this movie.
Yeah.
It's very well shot.
Yeah.
And she just immediately looks tired and exhausted. And I thought the kid wasn't real for a while.
Oh, just because you don't see the kid's face.
Because you never see the kid until the last shot.
You see the kid, you just don't never see her face.
You never see her face. You just see but still, like even at the beginning, you don't start. Yeah.
So I mean, with any of us talking about the movies, if this movie is of interest to you, you should probably watch it before listening.
Yeah,
to us
we're gonna
talk about
spoil it, but
like,
there's not really anything to spoil.
I mean, it's messaging spoiling. I don't know, because you do see the kid's face, which is important in that moment. But like, I read the kid's face not being there as just being like she doesn't really see the kid as a kid for most of the movie. She is just another thing to deal with. Like all of the obstacles in her life are just these monumental tasks, and
she leaves the kid alone all the time because she doesn't see it as.
I mean, she
sees it as a thing.
I think she leaves her alone because she just can't fucking do it. she's so put upon by like the world, and she's also not like a great parent, certainly, but. I don't know. This isn't a thing you should be doing by yourself. Is I think the whole thing here.
I was split down. So we only hear her husband on the phone, and he's a piece of shit. We only hear her husband on the phone, and I said to my wife, that's Christian Slater or Jay Baruchel.
Interesting.
I was like. It's one of those two, because Jay Baruchel sounds exactly like Christian Slater.
I don't know if
if you had your eyes closed.
Maybe I'll have to check it out.
But then when it is Christian Slater at the end, I was like...
The first time he was on the phone, I was like, who is that? And the second time, I was like, oh, that's Christian. That definitely Christian Slater.
Do you think so so she has these phone conversations with her husband where he's really a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like he's like, go do this. You don't have anything to do all day except take care. And she's like, well, I'm also a psychotherapist.
I know the bit where because she's taking care of a sick kid. She's doing all of what that entails. And then the inciting incident of the movie is that they're like coming home. They're dealing with her weird thing, which is like she can't eat cheese.
She just doesn't
like eating. She just doesn't like to eat food.
Very unrelatable.
And I know it's a very weird thing. And they're at home, and then the roof caves in. Like there's a big hole in their roof. So they have to move into a hotel.
When the hole in the roof happened, did you look at it and say, that looks just like when you pull somebody's feeding tube?
I mean, I thought that later when they made it really wet. Like they made it a wet, gross hole.
Oh, that's right. It's wet later.
Because right at first, it's kind of just a hole in the ceiling. I don't think they also really look at it too much in that moment. It just sort of, there's a crack in the ceiling and then water pours out. Because there's just water in the bathroom.
Oh my God. Her daughter's in the bathroom going, and her daughter, one thing that her daughter constantly says, do you know what it is? Are we going to die? We're going to die, aren't we? Like every time anything happens.
Yeah.
And is this real stuff? Like it's all a movie.
Yeah.
Of course. But like her conversations with her husband and how fucking annoying her daughter is and shit. Do you think we're perceiving her version of it and it's not that extreme in her reality?
Well, if you want my read on the movie and why I
do. That's why I'm on this fucking Zoom call.
Why?
No, it's because I want millions of dollars.
Why I liked the movie and why I suggested it for this. So let's talk about it. Like I enjoyed it. I thought it was a very interesting take. It feels like a Lynch movie that's like made by a woman instead, which gives you all this like depth into that angle of stuff where Lynch kind of doesn't really do much of that. But the thing with it is just like you are from her perspective. You're always following her. Like pretty much every shot is involving her in some way. She's always there or present or nearby.
Half of them are a close-up of her face.
So like, yes, I think, again, everything's fake because it's a movie, but like, yes, I think it's events happening. But yes, I do think it's all heightened versions of everything happening because it is being filmed through the lens of a person who is in the late parts of being like way burnt out on life, burnt out on childcare, burnt out on her job, burnt out on every aspect of her life. And this is the back parts of it. So like, even if her husband's a little less shitty on the phone, I think he's probably shitty on the phone and is probably saying things like, because this is a thing I've seen many people say to their partners, like, you wouldn't want to switch places with me. I obviously have it worse. Like, and he's just like clearly doesn't.
Weird?
Like
I'm not trying to brag because, who knows what could happen in the future.
Yeah.
But when you're in like a decent marriage,
and you don't say stuff like that,
and you see shit like this, and you know that it really does happen in real life because that's why it's in the fucking movie. Like, imagine being that husband.
Yeah, he
and
definitely
you're watching
feels that
this
way.
movie,
yeah.
and it's like he's like, I've told my wife the switch places thing. I've said that she doesn't have anything to do. Like, these are real people that act like this, and it just fucking, it's insane. Like, I would never tell my wife, you wouldn't switch places with me because we have the exact same job for the most part. So it'd be like just we swap desks.
Yeah, and she would never want that. Your desk sucks.
She would never want to wake up at 8 a.m. to record a podcast with you either.
Who would want to talk to me?
She thought this movie, she was like, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Clearly a well-made movie. I hated every second of it. Hated it.
I know. One of the top comments about this movie that I've unearthed was just somebody going like, wonderful movie. I never want to watch it again. And I was just like, yeah.
There's a lot of those out there.
But like it is very much just like she's going through it. And like every person that she goes to asking for help is just like, yeah, do better. You're doing something wrong. Like,
you know what?
You need to fix yourself.
So from my experience as a man, cis white man, looking on the outside of problems that women have had in the last 20 years, okay? The only thing that would have made it hit harder for me is if she was being harassed online as one of the storylines, and she went to the police and she said, "Please, this guy said he's going to cut my head off," and the cops are just like, "That's the internet."
The police go, "Come to us when your head's off, and we'll start
come to
the
us when you
investigation."
carry it in your head, you dumb broad, you flat white. Because because that's that Gamergate stuff. That's like that's all I could think about when she would ask Conan O'Brien or who should not be in this movie. What a horrible distraction.
Yeah, it's really weird.
You can't.
I think he does a fine job, but it is odd that he's there. Like, he is very distracting.
No. He does an okay job, but like the scene where he's laying on the couch and he's telling his like perception of what's going on or whatever, it really looks like he's in a sketch. Like, it really, like, because it looks like he's in a sketch on a Conan O'Brien talk show. You can't cast an incredibly iconic face and voice from something else, like, because he's not funny. Like, I expect it. He's playing against some funny stuff, but it was impossible to look at Conan.
I think you can do it if that person is like the lead, because like I do think Punch Drunk Love, like, Adam Sandler gets away with it. He's not funny in that movie. Like, stuff that's funny happens, but like.
But I think if Adam Sandler had hosted a talk show that I watched for 25 years, it would be a little bit different. Yeah.
But
you expect pubes. I expected pubes to come out, or the masturbating bear. I was so confused by what was happening.
But I mean, that is another perfect example. Is he does like one vaguely nice thing for her at some point, like, and granted, right before it, he does like a massively shitty thing to her, but
and he's complaining about everything the whole time.
Yeah, but he does like one nice thing for her, and as he's leaving, she goes, "I love you," and like, it's just such a like, oh yeah, nobody's nice to her. Like, the second somebody shows her the tiniest slab of like, hey,
it is really weird that like the implication that they had an affair or something. Doesn't it feel like they had an affair like before she was his client?
Well, I mean,
like, doesn't it?
Again, I don't know.
It really feels like they reference like, we can't talk about this. Like, it's, and I know that the ambiguity of it is part of the off kilter nature of the film itself and her experience. But yeah, it was just when she says "I love you," man, that's so fucking funny and cringe and
sad,
hard. Like,
because that's the thing is like, again, it's through her lens.
Sorry, before we get too far away, but that's why I brought up Gamergate. Every time she would ask Conan O'Brien or her husband or the doctors, just help me. Just do this for me. Help me, please. It's like all those women saying, "We're games journalists. They're threatening to kill us." And the cops are like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, let's start from the beginning. It's Linda. She is got a therapist job, which you find out after her first therapy session with Conan O'Brien. I believe
that's funny
because she leaves
Hilarious
his office
reveal.
And goes to an office and has a client right there. But she has a kid who has a mysterious illness where she just has a feeding tube. You hear about the tube and like, I want to get the tube out. The tube's annoying. She has to fill this tube with ooze every night. It is like a beeping sort of hospital equipment that just keeps her awake at night. It is a thing, and it pretty routinely gets jammed, and she has to like wake up and like unjam it, and it's just a gross, weird food tube. Like, I don't know, people got food tubes sometimes, and this is one person with one. But her husband's also away, is the other thing, and then her and her daughter.
He's a cruise ship captain. So insufferable twat.
Yeah,
for sure.
A huge shithead. He's like, my job's the worst.
I'm at a baseball. It's a minor league game.
Ship. Which, granted, it does probably suck. Like, I know it's a vacation for people, but like, you're the captain of the ship,
you're
so you
in
don't
paradise.
Get to do it. But yeah, you're literally in paradise, and you're not dealing with your sick kid or what. And I know there's, I want to be with my kid, but you don't have to take care of them. You just have to be sad that you're not there to help.
And also, that guy doesn't want to be with his kid.
No. No, he wants to be like the hero that shows up.
If your kid had a feeding tube, you would quit your job as a boat captain and find something else to do and live off your wife probably makes enough money as a therapist. Like she could be the breadwinner and you could take care of the kid at home, you fucking shithead.
I don't want that. I don't want to do that. I'd have to take care of a kid.
Yeah, that's why I don't have fucking kids.
So after that, they're walking home with pizza, which the kid is really going into detail about like how she really doesn't want to eat at all. And they have a good scene where they drop the pizza and all of the cheese comes.
She looks so, and that's like one of the points where Rose Byrne's character that's like one of the points where she looks really motherly and kind. Yep. And she's like, did you do that? Are you a witch? Yeah. Did you make that happen?
It's exactly what you wanted. And the daughter's like laughing. And Rose Byrne, what's also interesting too is they get home, she's like, go wash your hands. Kid's like, I don't need to go to the bathroom. She's like, yeah, wash your hands. We always wash your hands. So she goes to the bathroom. And she's just in the kitchen eating the pizza without the cheese. Fine. And he's like, hey, what are you doing in there? And she's like, oh, I had to go to the bathroom.
I think I know what you're going to describe, and this is also going to make me feel bad.
Yeah, this is weird. So she's like, I as soon as I got in the bathroom, realized I had to go to the bathroom. Okay. And then...
Oh, I thought you were talking about Rose Byrne eating just the cheese itself.
No, right? So she's eating the crust, and the daughter's fine in the bathroom. Rose Byrne eats the cheese, the thing the daughter says she can't eat, and now there's problems. She's eating the cheese, and now the house is flooding.
Whoa.
So, like, the house floods at this moment, and she's like, Mom, the floor's wet in the bathroom at this moment. Like, they have this back and forth, and then she eats the cheese, and she's like, oh, the floor's wet. And she goes in there, and it's clearly a, like, lot of water on the floor. She's like, why didn't you tell me about how much water there is? And she's like, I had to go to the bathroom so bad that I didn't think about it.
Are we going to die? And then she says, are we going to die?
And then
like, because that's what, when you're a mom, I'm imagining that's the thing you want the least is for your child to die.
Yeah. Also, the second your kid learns about death, I'm sure they ask about it all the time. I don't have kids, but like she goes in the bedroom, it's leaking. She's calling her husband. Hey, there's a leak, and then the whole ceiling falls out, and then I think we have
the camera pushes up into the hole.
We go into the hole
for an interminably long time.
Yeah, we get a real scene inside of the Opal at the opening of Uncut Gems, where we're just sort of drifting in this black shiny space, and then
I haven't seen that. Should we cover that for the show, Uncut Gems?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like this movie, but if you followed like a guy who didn't really have responsibilities and was a way shittier guy.
We could find a diamond to have as a promotional item.
Uncut diamond. Yeah, we could figure something out.
So she goes up the hole. We go up the hole, and we see these. We go up the hole, and we see these little sparklies at the end that come back later.
Yeah, it's kind of like mysticky and starry, and then I don't really remember how that sequence ends. I think we just pull out, and we're at the hotel now.
Time is a series of things to get through, she says. Time is
her whole...
There's nothing at the end of it, but then it comes and there's just another cliff.
Yeah, she truly should certainly be diagnosed for depression, or at least some level of postpartum, or something is happening with her where she is not in a good place.
I could punch Christian Slater right in the fucking in the collarbone, dude.
Shithead. It's crazy how much of a shithead.
And then she's in the red.
Here's the thing.
She's in the hotel room that's red, by the way. Like I sit in a red room all the time. That's because that's how I like it. But she's like, it's just such a the set dressing and the scene design in this movie is off the fucking charts. Yeah. Like when she goes to ASAP Rocky's room.
Yeah.
And they're just sitting in the dark ordering drugs.
A scene that pays off of her just being like, fuck you, I don't want drugs.
Yeah. So what am I supposed to do with your brick of cocaine? Fuck you, throw it away, flush it.
Yeah, but they're at a hotel now. The kid, that's where they gotta be for the time being. The kid's on her machine. They have 2 beds at least, I suppose. And things are shitty. We meet the sarcastic clerk at the place, the shitty little goth girl.
Truly, the people in this movie are all truly unlikable, except maybe A$AP Rocky.
Yeah.
But like the doctor that keeps trying to schedule the thing for the feeding tube and that keeps saying her weight's got to be down or we have to reassess. Like, fuck, that lady is a nightmare.
Well, that's the thing is like you're given the impression like because it's such a perception thing, right? Because it's just like she's perceiving that everyone in the world is there to antagonize her, and like. This clerk, when she's trying to buy fucking wine at 1:58 a.m. and this lady's like, nah, I can't sell it after 2. And she's like, it's 1:58. I'm like, oh, I'll be 2 by the time I finish ringing it up. So,
yeah, she's right.
Yeah, but you could speed through that. Come on, like,
oh no, that's what I'm saying. Like, and also this is where we get in.
Yes.
This is where we get into. She's right that everybody is trying to. That's the human experience. It's just a nightmare of antagonization. Now we get A$AP Rocky's character, who's describing something that becomes hilariously important to Rose Byrne's character.
Yeah,
he's describing like a transcendental breathing technique. And she looks into it and then she starts doing it for the rest of the movie. Like whenever she's starting to freak out, she'll do the breathing technique that she asks A$AP Rocky, is that breathing stuff, is that real? And he said, yeah. I mean, shit, anything could be real.
Yeah, no. He's so good in this movie. But like also she says later or mentions offhand that she had been doing it. And he's like, you shouldn't be fucking doing that. And you certainly shouldn't be doing it alone. Like that is a thing you're supposed to have a spotter for. But like you're supposed to have somebody looking out for you.
The transcendental breathing thing.
But yeah, she routinely leaves her daughter alone in the room to like
so
hang
stressful.
Out outside.
And they do such a good job with that because we're as non-parents, we don't really know. Yeah. But like they make it so obvious how fucking neglectful she's being.
Yeah.
That it's, because
she has a baby monitor to make sure the machine's working.
Yeah. And she always is carrying it around. And it only like one time ever becomes a problem that she leaves her kid alone. So you're kind of like, maybe she's right and it's okay and her kid's just fucking sleeping and she has the monitor, so everybody get off her dick about it. Like,
that's the thing about
it's
kids,
fine.
right?
I got the monitor, get off my dick about it. But she does fall asleep at the house once.
But I mean, the thing is with kids, I think, I can't speak as a parent on it, but I think the thing, and what the other mother who comes into the movie is a symbol of the opposite, is that like kids for the most part will be fine. Like if you treat this thing like, kids your responsibility, you got to look out for them, but like you don't have to be like this person who's constantly on them. They will most likely be okay.
It's polar opposites. The helicopter parent and then Rose Byrne's completely neglectful, fucking emotionally broken person who makes it work. Like one thing what I will say about how the movie is structured, like you said, we don't see any of the consequences of anything until the very end. Like even like she walks to her house and passes out on the couch after smoking weed while her daughter's in the hotel.
What's the thing?
And we just never see the consequences of that. It's just the next day and she's taking her to the school where she drops her off and gets in trouble for parking. And that never pays off. I mean, she never gets the car towed.
Yeah, it pays off.
It just always seems like it might happen.
It's all these build up tensions, right? Like it is all just like, how often does life always pay off in all these ways? Whatever, but like things can just be stressful to you and they're just never going to be a payoff. Like I can be stressed about not doing a thing forever and there might never be a consequence for it.
Very good. Very good storytelling.
Yeah.
Very good structure.
But there is her contractor just like leaves, which is another bit that's hilarious. So good. It's such a good bit where she's just like, hey, you need to like tell me what's going on or like what the timeline is. And he's basically like, no habla or whatever. And she speaks in Spanish to him and he's like, I don't speak Spanish. It's like, and then rules.
And then he just says, 1 week, I'll be back in 1 week.
Yeah.
And then her husband blames her. Why didn't you
Yeah.
keep him there?
And her husband's all on her fucking dick about like, oh, why didn't you do it better? She's like, well, I'm doing a fucking other stuff, dude. Leave me alone. Like, I'm trying my best. And then he's just shitting on her constantly to ask for photos of the hole. I need to see the hole. I'm sure he has some. Like, this is another thing I deal with constantly in dealing with people as a job. They have the thing they're asking for. They always have it. Everyone, I've sent you the thing you're asking for. You've had it for weeks. But I know you're going to ask me for it again. I'll send it to you again. So one of these nights, she goes to the apartment. She takes pictures of the hole because she's just like, well, that's weighing on my mind, and I can't be around this kid right now. I'm going to go back to the
She passes
apartment.
out all stressed out.
Yeah, she also goes back there because she doesn't have weed, and she smokes some weed and passes out. Which is, again, she can't sleep in that room because it's just beeping and whirring, and it's a bad parent thing. But man, as somebody watching a movie about a parent stressed out in this environment, I sure empathize with the person not wanting to be around that anymore.
Her kid is terrible.
Yeah, her kid sucks.
Fucking eat something. Shut up.
Eat something.
Shut up. You fucking eat that.
But
Shut the fuck up and eat that.
that's the
You eat that fucking food right now. Shut
Shut
up.
up. Just eat it.
I don't care how fucking squishy it is. I'll squish you, motherfucker. You eat that food.
There's such a gross visual at some point where the daughter is like balling up food and like
I
putting it
just saw it on the
into like
screen.
a sugar thing, and I'm just like,
Yeah, she puts a little piece of bread in the jelly or something, and she's like, and
gross.
and after it cuts away from that, Rose Byrne just says, "Let's just try one bite.
Yeah.
Let's just try to start with
I
one
know.
bite."
And it's just like the eternal patience. Like that's the thing. It's just like, she sucks. She's a bad character, but like, man, I don't like. What do you do? It's a bad situation. She's in a bad situation. That's the whole point of the thing. Is like, what do you do? And I know you do what Christian Slater does. Of course, you show up and save the day by fixing the ceiling at the end. But
So, one thing I want to mention because you mentioned the food looking gross.
yes,
That's obviously a thing in this movie. Rose Byrne is constantly just eating whenever she can, and they show it in a very gross way.
yeah, she's eating like a full giant salad at one point. So it's just like,
It reminded me of how Coralie Farragut uses food in Revenge and The Substance. Like, just makes it look fucking disgusting. All the
when,
Dennis
Quaid is eating the
Quaid.
shrimp and the sauce.
So, have you seen Revenge?
I've not seen Revenge.
Oh my
I don't
god.
think.
Cannot fucking recommend it enough. That
Yeah.
would be one we could watch for the pod. It's her movie she did before The Substance.
Okay.
And there's some eating in that is just truly traumatic to behold how disgusting it is. Like, and also Lord of the Rings, when Denethor,
He eats that
Denethor eating
squirting
scene.
little cherry tomato. It's like,
Yeah,
get outta here,
it's like
Denethor.
it's the Australian and New Zealand people. They
Yeah.
know how to capture disgusting eating because Peter Jackson does a lot of that in his movies.
Well, it's like it is that juxtaposition too, right? Of like, I mean, in Lord of the Rings, it's certainly like feast and famine. Like it's an awful thing happening, and this guy's removed from it, and he's just having a great old time just eating. So we're in there. She's at she's at the motel, just hanging out there, and then she has a job. So she does her therapy session with Conan O'Brien, who is kind of an unhelpful dickhead. He kind of just doesn't really listen to her, and it's just like, hey, do better. How about you try that one? Like, truly, like.
Well, but here's the other thing though.
Yeah.
You can tell that it's partially because he's frustrated because she sucks as a patient.
Yes. And it's
Because
because
he
she's
tells
a
her, she
psychiatrist.
she says, help me. And he says, go home, get a good night's sleep, reassess. And she's like, no, just help me. And he's like, he did.
Yeah.
He's telling you, if you do the thing that he suggests, you will feel a little better.
It will help a little bit. It might give you a better perspective. But like then the reveal later that she sees him every day is crazy.
And she just like, so we saw her in a therapy session with him earlier, right? And then we don't learn that she's a therapist until right now where I'm at in the movie about not even yet, I don't think. Oh, no, it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
So 20
she
minutes
leaves
in
their therapy session.
and walks down
the
her
hall.
therapy session with Caroline, I believe.
Yeah, she's like, I'll be with you in a second.
An opposite mother problem. And I thought this lady was crazy, and there was a doll in that.
I know, right?
Like,
yeah.
I thought that when she opened was that intentional? Do you think the director do you think the director wanted us to think when she lifted that up, it was going to be a doll?
So the director's doing that shit where it's just like, you're being mistrustful of women. Like, right? They're just like, hey, even you as a viewer, she has this baby covered and she's being crazy about this baby. Like, is there even a baby? Like, but there is, like, and it's a normal baby. Cause like, I in my head, I was just like, that's going to be a fucked up baby. Like, this baby's
like
going to be
racer
like,
head.
Yeah. Like a weird thing, but no, it's just a baby. Like,
and that's enough. And that is terrifying enough.
But she has, I forget what the baby's name is, but she just has it embroidered on a blanket over its crib, and it's sitting there silent for most of the movie. And Caroline is being, weirdo. She's like, she clearly has something going on that she should be talking to Rose
And we don't
Byrne.
see the baby thing that I talked about.
Yeah.
That's later. That's the next Caroline scene.
But Linda clearly wants to escalate this to her being on some medication. She wants to escalate this to the next step, and this woman is very paranoid about that aspect. It comes off like that's my read on it. I've not been to a lot of therapy, but it certainly seems like she's like, hey, we need to get to the next part because this part ain't working, and like I can't help you in the way you need it.
But so Caroline is stuck, just like she is stuck.
Yeah, she's stuck with a kid that she has to take care of, and she feels the need, the opposite of Linda, where she has to constantly be mothering. That is also when she has the talk with her husband, who's like, you wouldn't want to trade places with me. You get to sit around and talk to people all day, which is crazy. You sit around
That's a crazy
ship,
way
you
to look
dumb
at
asshole. Like,
somebody just dumps
about?
their trauma on me for hours and hours. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I cannot imagine being a therapist. It sounds bad. But then she goes to her daughter's hospital program, which she clearly doesn't want to ever go inside to talk to the doctors because she does not like confronting the issue. She just wants it to be over with, which is very understandable. But also the doctors seem to not have a good opinion of her. They seem to be like, why aren't you doing better? And she doesn't want to be around that. Also understandable. I would not want to be around that.
Yeah, dude, when doctors say that lady that gets all up in her face about scheduling that stuff, I wanted her to just pop that lady in the fucking snoot, dude.
Also, they keep questioning, being like, to be part of this program, you have to come to this meeting thing we're trying to do. You have to come to these meetings, otherwise we will take your daughter off care. If your daughter can get to this weight, we'll talk about taking the tube out. But like, eventually she succumbs and goes to one of these meetings, and the whole meeting's just like, hey, gals, it's not your fault. That's what this meeting is. We all just sit around and say how it's not our fault. And it's just like, it is clearly a thing that's through her point of view of like, it's probably a helpful support group to the people who need it or whatever. But like, to her, she's just like, this isn't helping me. I don't need this. I know it's my fault. Like, I know
I'm not being helped.
Yeah. But yeah, it's bad. It's all bad. I don't remember the order.
And we should mention
this.
that it's very surreal. It's not very surreal. It's surreal enough to make it more stressful.
Yeah, and it does
like,
go
it
in and
surreal,
out of being really surreal at times.
Yeah, it's not like surreal like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is surreal. It's surreal where at the points of the most fucking stress, basically, shit gets weird, and then they fly through a big hole.
But all
and then you see fireflies, and she's like, "Mom."
Yeah, but all the perception stuff too is like weird. Like, I don't, because like everyone in the movie like will glare at her at some point.
Oh, no.
And like,
yes, the whole thing is surreal.
Yes,
but to a T, to the definition.
Yeah,
but it isn't over the top.
Yes.
Like there's dancing bears in the background and shit. Like, I don't know.
There is a bit There's a bit where she's really doesn't, because there is a parking guy, again, another amped up surreal thing. Is just like, there's this fucking parking guy who just wants her to check in every time she goes to the hospital. She's like, I don't want to check in because this parking guy's a bitch and I hate him and I don't want to talk to him.
I can't park. She says, I can't do it because of the parking situation.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I just can't because of the parking.
It's just another
I just can't
little
because of the
annoying
parking.
thing. But for one of those instances, she's like, we'll get you a hamster. We'll get you a hamster if you go in with
I forgot
them.
all about the hamster. I had to Google, I had to, does the hamster die?
Yeah, we'll get you that hamster you want. If you go in, and she's like, oh boy, they get a hamster. And
now, before we even watched this movie, because it was a movie that I was going to watch with my wife, and I also looked this stuff up for myself, I did Does the Dog Die?
Yes.
And I got no on the actual
Really?
Does the Dog Die site, but usually they include other animals. But it didn't say anything about the hamster on the Does the Dog Die site that I could find. But in the search results on Google, it brought up a Does the Dog Die thing about the hamster graphically dying.
Yeah.
And I told Brittany, I was like, so I read the thing, a hamster does graphically die. And I was like, I think it's going to be really cartoony, though. Like, it's going to be like a puppet or something. And she was like, okay. And then we both just started laughing when a puppet hamster comes out of that box.
I love that. Yeah, so they get a hamster.
They just couldn't make it more stressful.
Yeah.
It's just so, like, you gotta, like, when I say the coffee table, like, it's gonna make, like, that's a double feature with this movie that would just make you blow your fucking brains out. Like, it's
just
unbelievable.
Like, hey, leave the, I don't even remember what the incident is. I think she's just
she keeps looking in the box at the hamster, and then she's like, don't open the box, don't open the box. And then she's like, it's biting me, it's biting me.
So
oh my God.
And then she's just, Rose Byrne grabs the box from the back seat and yanks it into the front seat, and then the thing starts biting the hell out of her. It's really funny because it is this weird puppet and it comes and bites her, and then it always just makes a point to just get her when she's not. And she gets pulled over at this point. Or no, someone rear ends her car.
Yes, which we never talk about again.
Yes.
We never see the damage to the car, or that I noticed,
Yeah, because she comes to a stop at a stop sign, and a guy rear ends her. And she gets out, and this guy's like, "You're lucky there's no damage to my car. I would have sued you." And like, it's this another guy who's just a piece of shit. Is just like doing a bad thing to her, and then being like, "Yeah, you better apologize to me, ma'am."
Dude,
she was literally sitting there.
Right? And then the hamster gets out.
Hamster
gets hilariously squished.
Slammed. And the daughter from the back seat of the car somehow sees it and is like,
of
no.
course. Yeah, and they never talk about that again. They never.
I love when the hamster's biting her too, and she's just like, I want to bring it back. It's evil.
Yeah. Are we going to die? Are we going to die? Is it going to kill us? Oh my God, dude. They really make you hate a disabled kid in this to a degree that I did not think possible in a movie.
Yeah. But there's also a level too of Linda's character wants the tube out because the tube is her responsibility and she doesn't want to fucking do it. And like, she does feel like the tube's existence is making her daughter reliant on the tube. So she's like, I don't have to eat because I'm still alive. I got the tube.
Yep. And is this where we get the revelation where somebody just tells her, oh yeah, we just pull the feeding tube out?
Yeah. That is a point. The doctor is just like, yeah, she's like, when can we schedule that surgery? We have to do it way in advance, right? She's like, no, the doctor just pulls it out. And she's like, what? And she's like, just pulls it out. And she's like, yeah, pulls it out.
And then I thought the next scene would be her pulling, like it would cut to her pulling the tube, or I thought it would cut to her looking at the tube. Like,
no, there's a lot more there. Like, there's a lot more left. I don't remember exactly when that happens, but essentially, like, she has another meeting with Caroline, who leaves her kid in the. She's like, hey, I got to go to the bathroom, and she's like, okay, whatever.
So now she's got to take care of another kid for a little while, and she's walking around with this other baby that will not stop screaming.
Yep. If you have had a kid, I am sure that scene's incredibly hard to watch because I know just babies crying is a trigger for lots of parents, and this baby is crying for a long
It's
time.
a trigger for all of us. I
Um,
think that's the point.
yeah.
It's like I definitely puke my spine when I hear
Yeah.
a shrill scream of a baby crying.
But she, tries to get help from Conan O'Brien, who's like, "Hey, I'm in a session. You need to leave me the fuck alone." And I was just like, yes, but also this is maybe the biggest code red of a situation that can happen
Yeah,
in an
and-
office. Like,
And they didn't really show his client. They just showed his client's feet.
Yeah.
And it looked like she had nice shoes on. And
Mhm.
like that was important for some reason.
I don't remember. I think it's supposed to be somebody we know, possibly.
And then we'll see those shoes later, or we
I
saw them
don't- I
earlier or
don't
something.
remember. I do remember it feeling like, because it's certainly meant to be like, this is a person, like this is somebody
Mhm.
you should know, or this is important. But yeah, there is all this stuff. Also, we didn't mention, but she has a young man client who's like clearly into
Obsessed with her.
who shows up when they're trying to deal with this situation as well. And this is when Conan O'Brien's like, you gotta fuck off, like get the fuck out of here.
And the guy's like, "You have a baby?" Like
Yeah.
he's suddenly
You have
not
a baby?
attracted to
is
her
this
anymore.
is this your husband and that's your baby? And he's just like, go sit in my fucking office and like we'll sort this in a second. I love the kid's final line before leaving. It's just like, you've got 20 minutes and then I'm walking. And I was like,
No, he
it's
says,
so-
"I'm not going to wait very
yeah,
long."
it's so good. Because like,
I'll wait,
even
but
then
not
he's
very
just like,
long.
I'm doing a favor for you, even though you have a
Dude.
baby.
And then we also have to mention that she does try to buy drugs with ASAP Rocky,
Mhm.
and she also
She also calls the
Uh,
police to turn the baby in. Or no, she calls the dad about the missing baby. Or the left
Oh,
behind baby. And the dad's like,
yes, and the
what are
dad's
you
like,
fucking
"What the-
talking about?
Bring me my baby. I'm at
Yeah,
work."
bring me my baby. I don't have time for this. Where's
Caroline's husband. Yes.
Yeah, and Caroline's just like, he's just like, where is she? She should be doing this. She's like, she left. What do you mean? Like, it's just this whole thing.
What are you telling me?
And then the police come and she's handing the baby over to the police and she's like, yeah, how do these work? And she's like, yeah, the women, give up after a while and just come back because they're just acting up. Like, it's just treating this
Yeah,
like, it's
dude.
like
They
such an
realize that they
asshole.
realize
Yeah.
that they come back.
But yeah, then
And just that husband, dude. Oh my god, that guy on the phone.
yeah, I know.
Director is so fucking
know.
good, dude.
He's
I'm
so
angry.
funny. He's such an asshole. It's just like, oh yeah, you're the only
I'm at
guy.
work.
You're the only guy in this movie who sounds worse than Christian Slater.
I'm at work. Just bring me. I'm gonna text
Yeah.
you my address.
Yeah, you come to me.
To her credit, though, she just gives the baby
know.
to the police. She doesn't
yeah, I
go
know.
there.
I know. She's not about to do that. She's just like, yeah, whatever. I don't care about this baby. Like,
I barely care about my baby. Don't you get it?
so then that is when ASAP Rocky is trying to be friendly with her, and they buy drugs together on the dark web. And then they go to her house.
What was it? It wasn't the Silk Road. It was some funny name
Velvet
for
Road, I think.
Yeah, it was like
Some
something
other
like that.
soft fabric road.
The Velvet Path.
Yeah. But they go to her hole house, her house with the hole. And it's a big slimy hole. And he's like, what's on the other side of that?
He's like, "There's no water."
Yeah.
He's like, "This should be easy to fix. There's no pipes even."
Yeah, he's also like, it's just dark up there. What's up there? And they go up there and they're like, she like zens out. She's like having her transcendental thing going on with that.
Yep.
And then she has like a flashback to giving birth, I believe, or herself being birthed. I don't know.
Something, but
then
then
she inadvertently pushes him through the hole. And
does she push him, or do we not see it? Do
I
we
think
see her
she
push
goes
him?
like this. Like I pretty sure she's pushing back from like
The dream?
and from the edge, and he happens to be there. If
And he
I,
falls
like I
and-
might have combined the movements, but he falls as a result of her like jumping up suddenly.
Heinous leg break.
Yes, it's
Bone
got
sticking
bone
out.
of leg, and not until like the next time we see him, do we realize she's like, you just fucking left me there.
Dude, of course she
the
did.
next shot is just gone from there.
Yeah, but that's how they do it. It's just like when she woke up on the couch and we never see what happened with her kid.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the consequences for what she's been doing like catch up to her.
Yeah. And then, you know, we have a scene where that's when she's yelling at the mother's group after that, I believe. And then she has her therapy session with Conan O'Brien where she talks about her abortion that she regrets because maybe she got the wrong kid aborted, which is a rough hang.
Well, but also the implication is that she was right to have the abortion the first time and she should have done it again.
I mean,
you know, because like her very first instinct, because she says, I found out I got the positive pregnancy test and I just immediately went to a clinic.
But it's also like it's assigning guilt to something she shouldn't feel. She shouldn't feel guilty that her kid's sick. It's not her fault.
Oh, of course not.
But like
her kid sucks. I don't even think her kid is sick. I think her kid just doesn't want to eat food and is a pain in the fucking ass. And that's not me being ableist to anybody listening who has the psychological disorder where you don't want to eat food. Yeah. I'm saying this bitch is stealing your valor. Yeah. This kid is fucking...
This kid just doesn't like squishy food. Just got to get over it. Rose Byrne should be giving her some hard, not squishy food. It is her fault. Give her some of those breadsticks, those crunchy breadsticks.
Give her
some hard pretzels.
Apple.
Yeah, that's when she does her big talk with Conan O'Brien, this big thing about like, hey, this fucking sucks, you know. And he's like, I'm not going to be your therapist anymore.
He breaks up with her therapy.
And it's all uphill from there, right?
And that's when the rising action turns good.
Yep. So that's when she goes back to the
Conan
apartment.
O'Brien's face, it just looks like he's doing a bit the whole time. I just saw his face now. Like, God, dude, don't put him in your drama.
She goes back to the hotel. We realize that she left A$AP Rocky there with his broken leg. She's like, fuck off, I'm going to my room. I don't want your stupid drugs. She gets a call that there is somebody at the front office that will not name themselves. She goes down and it is baby leave her behind her, Caroline.
And Caroline's like, wait, where's your daughter? Are you not compulsively with your daughter? She's like, oh, it's fine. It's fine.
And she's like, you gotta go get better help than I can give you. And she's like, slap you. And she runs away. And
that's right. She fucking slaps her.
Slaps her. She runs away and she tries. Linda runs after her. And then she just sort of disappears into the darkness on the beach. She just disappears. She gets
and there is a very strange, there's also around this time after her Conan O'Brien thing, she has like a flashback to interviewing this lady killer that they go back to every once in a while. There's the through line of there's this killer, this woman who killed her child.
It was a babysitter who killed a child.
Oh,
because that's why she never leaves her kid with a babysitter, because this happened once in New York or something. I'm sure it's happened more than once, but this specific instance.
but Rose Byrne or Linda thinks about that. It like put that in her head. Caroline put that in her head.
Yeah.
And then maybe she's like, hey, could I find a babysitter to kill my kid?
So she goes back to the room and she pulls the feeding tube out, the longest feeding tube in the world. That thing would probably be like maybe a foot long, and she pulls out like 40 feet of like tube.
Oh my God, right?
And like there is a point where she's pulling out and she's like, oh, I gotta get it done. Like, keeps going.
Before this, great scene in the car leaving the doctor's office where the kid is like, the doctor said she loves me. Yep. And the mom is like, what? That's inappropriate. She's like, she loves all of us, her patients. Yep. And the mom is like, doctor shouldn't be saying that. So the mom is like, this doctor loves the kid, my kid more than I do.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very good. But then, the pulling of the feeding tube was tough to watch.
Yeah.
But
you know what?
Like, I don't think
that hole closes itself up instantly. And that's great. Mm-hmm. That's definitely happening. Hole closes itself up. I believe it oozed before it did, and she had to wipe up some ooze, but after closes itself up and we're good to go.
But that's just her perception
Yes,
of it
it
because
is.
there is ooze later
Yes.
that ASAP Rocky has to deal with. Because she pulls the feeding tube out,
Mhm.
and then how does she get back? Why does she go back to the apartment?
I don't remember. Oh, because the hole closed up. Like the feeding tube hole. So she's like, holes be closing up. Let's go check out my house. That hole might have closed up. And then she goes
And
to
it
the house.
did.
And it did because husband has arrived. Didn't think to call her, let her know he's coming. He just sort of showed up. He had enough time to plan out all these people to be coming in and fixing the house, but couldn't call his wife or kid to be like,
Still wearing
hey,
his uniform.
yeah,
crisp.
he was right there.
That work, that uniform looks like it has not done a moment of work.
Oh, but he's done so much work because he got that hole repaired so easy. A thing she found so hard, he did instantly.
I don't know what,
and with
I don't know
little
why
effort.
it was so difficult.
It's almost like he could have done that at any point without being there. I don't know why he would need to be there to supervise the work that a team was doing, but I guess he felt the need to do that rather than come to see his kids.
I hate him so
I know,
much.
he's
and
such a
like,
huge piece of
was
shit.
this- I don't know why this was such a big deal for you.
I know. That is the whole. He exists to just be like, why do you have a hard time with things I find very easy? So then, also very severe asshole.
But that's when you realize that like Rose Byrne, like Linda, she isn't just like intrinsically or inherently a bad, disinterested mother. Like
No.
I feel like she might be a better mom, or she might be more into motherhood if she got literally any support
Yeah.
from her husband.
Oh, absolutely. Like she doesn't get support; she gets left behind. He supports her on very like obvious like labor things, obviously, and he even had to be pushed to do that. Like he had to be presented with like this unimaginable amount of just like, hey, I need help. Good God, please help.
Yeah, dude. It's bonkers. He's the worst.
And he is a severe dick. I mean, granted, he's like, hey, where's the kid? Kid should be here.
See, that's the other
Yep.
thing. That's the
I
gotcha
know.
there.
She's not good either.
And she's almost worse. I
Yes.
think.
Yeah, because he's like, where's the kid? You pulled a feeding. Yeah, she doesn't know about the pulled feeding tube, but he's like, where's the kid? And he's like, with a babysitter, of course.
The babysitter she mentioned
Yes.
earlier to shut him up.
Yep.
She just said, I found a babysitter at the hotel. Okay.
So she knows she should lie in this moment. So she lies. And then they go back.
And this is great. I mean, they're at the door.
One of the funniest pressure valve release jokes I've ever seen in a movie.
She's delaying opening the door because she knows the kid is in there alone, and her
With a
husband's
drippy
going
hole.
to be mad at her.
Just a nasty, or no,
And
a
rightfully
healed
so.
tube hole.
And
Yeah.
also, I pulled the
Yep.
feeding tube and left her alone.
Yeah, she's just like, hey, they actually have wine downstairs. Let's like do a date night. You should go get the wine. I'll clean up a little bit in here.
She's just so
I
crazy,
know.
dude.
And he's like, no, what are you hiding? They go inside, and he's there.
A$AP
and
Rocky
there
is
is a
there.
moment where she's like, yeah, it's the
See, my baby-
sitcom thing. It all worked out. And
She
she's
said,
like, see?
this is my babysitter John or whatever
It's
his
just like,
name
what
is.
the fuck are you
And
doing?
he goes, I know fucking babysitter. And he says, she leaves your kid alone all the time.
Yeah.
She's fucking terrible.
Yeah, I walked
She
in
did
today because this kid was screaming in this
He
room.
was screaming, and her belly was oozing from a hole.
Yeah.
And I had to wipe it up, and I'm
and then
out of here.
Christian Bale's like, why did you pull this kid's feeding tube, A$AP Rocky?
Christian Slater.
Yeah, Christian Slater's just like, why did you pull her tube, Mr. Guy?
Oh,
And-
that's the other
Yeah,
thing. And
he's like,
Rose Byrne
"Dude,
doesn't just jump
I
in.
know.
And she's like, oh, maybe I can spin this.
So she just runs away because that's kind of the option she sees in that moment as the only thing is all the stuff's bad, and she's
Now,
just
noble
gonna go-
listeners, you might think there's a bit more movie left after this where she will redeem herself, but she runs to the beach and she attempts
content
'cause they-
warning.
content warning. She runs suicide. She runs to the beach and she tries to drown herself by throwing herself into the ocean, but she
Over
doesn't have
and
rocks
over.
in her pockets or anything. And every time she tries, she just gets spit back out. Like she
Yeah.
cannot escape this fucking shit no matter what she does. And then
But then she is like out of breath on the ocean or on the beach, just laying there. And her kid comes up, and we see her kid for the first time. And I believe she is seeing her kid for the first time in a long time, is like how I read this. It's just like, oh, I see you as a person. I see you as like my daughter. And her daughter smiles as she says, she promises that she will be better. Just another thing, she has again put everything onto herself. And in this moment, and it's just like,
I'll be better. What a horrible, sad ending.
yeah,
what a depressing
really
bunch of shit. Like, but you could maybe read it optimistically, like she's going to be better, like she's going to divorce her husband. She's going to be better, like she's not like...
I don't think
like,
in that moment, I think she reads that Christian Slater is actually the good guy. He did come in and fix the situation, and he is annoyed at the bad things I did. So I will try to be better like he is. And I don't think he is good.
Like, she's like, I'm going to try to be better, but she's going directly to prison for negligence. You know, like, I'm going to try and be better. It's like Christian Slater. I mean, well, actually, I think Christian Slater is so shitty that he would keep a negligent mother around rather than have to raise his own fucking kid.
Yeah. No one's...
So that was, if I had legs, I'd kick you.
Yes. If I had legs,
Good
I
stuff.
would kick you. A movie confusing to people based on what I'm seeing on the internet. I think it's fairly straightforward vibes-wise, but
definitely confusing to internet people.
Yeah,
because there's not like ABC. You know, there's not much plot.
Yeah. So here's a good post in A24, who produced this film. If I had legs, I'd kick you really frustrated me because I feel like so many things are not answered. Please help me. I have just finished this movie, and although it was interesting to watch at times, I really did not like the ending because there were so many things left unanswered, and it really bothers me. Look, I know some movies don't want to hold your hand, and you have to read in between the lines, but this movie was way too damn vague, to the point that it really pissed you off. Spoiler questions ahead. You know when someone opens like this, they're always going to have like the dumbest questions. They're like,
oh, here we go.
What was going on with the mother of Riley? So the baby was named Riley, by the way. The baby
what was going on
abandoned.
with Caroline?
We get no explanation of where she went or why she left. Her husband hasn't even seen her. So here's the thing. You can say many things are confusing about this movie because they're just weird and surreal. This is not one of them. She left. She was overwhelmed. She left. And she went, doesn't matter. Here's the thing.
That guy did not understand the movie, so he probably does have questions.
This is a big one. How did Rose Byrne's character's, the main character, daughter, get the hole in her stomach? The mother says she blames herself for getting her daughter in the position. But what happened? How did she get the hole? I was waiting for the reveal.
She got the hole because she's not eating, and they got to feed her with a tube.
But how did
this
it
really
get
shows
there?
You that this person went to A24's Reddit. So this is like somebody who considers themselves a bit of a movie person. You know, they're like on the A24 Reddit. Like, they think that they get movies, and they're betraying that they're the dumbest of asses.
Yeah. Yep. Why did Conan O'Brien's character said that he doesn't want to see her anymore? She talked about the abortion, and he said, sorry, we are done. Why? Why did he say that then? It's because he's a bad man. He didn't want to hear about it, man. She's trauma dumping on him, and he doesn't. Why? He's like, not for me.
Even though it's my job.
I know.
Even though you couldn't pay me to listen to this woman trauma dump anymore.
How did the hole in the apartment form? The characters looked, and they didn't see pipes where that hole was. Was the hole supernatural? Look, I don't mind movies not holding my hand, but this movie did not explain anything, and that is not fair.
This guy minds when
reveals.
Movies don't hold his hand.
Yes.
This is a person who's saying, I don't mind when a movie doesn't hold my hand, but they want to have their hand held by every movie they've ever watched.
So he said, I think the hole represents her life and how it's falling apart. I agree to that. We don't understand where it would have come from with no pipes, but I'm choosing not to get caught up on it. Very sane answer.
You're not actually choosing to not get caught up on it.
Let's see. I think the kid has anorexia or ARFID related to OC. You don't need to. The kid, it doesn't matter. It's a movie. Why is Eraserhead's baby a tube.
But here's the thing.
Why is it a guy? Why is it a little goober? Why is it
does
though?
kind of but here's the thing. If there was no precedent in reality for a disease or a condition or something that makes you not want to eat food, the kid just objectively looks like a fucking shithead who should fucking shut up and eat that fucking food.
No, because
there needs to be a real world analog, or else you would just be like, well, just stuff a fucking apple down her fucking mouth.
Well, that's the thing. The analog is that it's a real thing that a doctor says is real, and she has a tube full. Like, that's it. Like, you don't need to know what it is. Like, I don't know. Like, if somebody has a mysterious illness in something,
but these are doctors who are completely ineffective and can't help somebody. You know, so maybe that's part of
the
it.
Perception of doctors.
Yeah, so maybe that's part of it.
Yeah,
you know?
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's just like they don't seem to have a good way to solve it. They just said get her to eat more. Like,
how much am I supposed to hate this kid? That's all I want to know.
I think you are supposed to really sympathize that this kid sucks. I don't know. Like, you're supposed to.
Like, am I supposed, when I see her face at the end, am I supposed to want to just fucking put my fist through it? Like,
no, you are supposed to in that moment be like, oh, okay, there's a kid here. Like,
it's a human being. It's not just a problem to be wiped up or solved.
And I mean, you and I both have this experience of like working in a call center and like.
I thought you were going to say of being a parent to a child with a tube.
Of being a kid who didn't eat. No, of working in a call center. And
we did not have that problem.
People are so much happier to just be a huge piece of shit to you when there's not a face to talk to. Like, when they can just just shit on you and you don't have a face to react. Like, it's so easy. Like,
yeah, I still work in a call center where that happens. So yes, you got out. Good for you.
I got out. Oh boy. I don't pretend to have all the answers, but these are my thoughts. Proceeds to write a novel.
Is this the same guy?
No, this is someone replying to that guy.
What are that person's thoughts? Don't leave me hanging.
So
How
long.
did they? Okay, never mind. But like, did they have like an answer like for any of them?
I mean, honestly, they seem like real. The whole is from the tube being inserted. The daughter has some kind of phobia, certain food textures, and refuses to eat, thus causing her to rapidly lose weight. So daughter created a hole to create the tube. Vitamins she can get otherwise because she refuses to eat. Didn't just magically appear. Again, this is just like when you get a question of just someone who's like, there's a huge plot hole. How are there humans alive on Earth? Like, wouldn't the atmosphere of a planet be inhospitable to life?
Huge plot hole here. How did they get the dinosaurs have been extinct for millions of years?
What kind of gas goes in the Millennium Falcon? And why aren't they ever stop at the gas station?
Why do they never talk about how fast they need to go?
How much energy?
Because like this is somebody who's missing the. I'm doing the bit where the guy is just watching something very obvious and just missing, and he thinks that it's a plot hole when really he was just like in the bathroom or not paying attention.
Here's my favorite quote unquote plot hole that they actually made a movie to explain, which is, why does something with enough energy to destroy a planet have to have any exhaust port at all? Shouldn't it just be a big armor ball that just blows planets?
What? Oh, for the
Death Star, yeah. The Death Star having a big reveal that, like, why would it have an exhaust port? What are you talking? It's producing the most energy anything's ever produced.
And also later, they had a similar way to kill the planet killer that they had in the in episode 7.
That's so goofy. But yeah, that was If I Had the Legs and the Moons Over My Hammy sandwich, of course.
I thought that this movie was good, but not good to watch. Pretty miserable experience. And I understand that's the point. I was always just like, man, I've wanted to be as miserable as a woman. Like, my whole life, I've been trying to really feel an exhausted woman's misery. And they just put it into a movie. And my wife said, good movie? Hated it. Hated every second of watching it.
Yeah.
And it's probably even worse for a woman because they're just like,
Yeah.
yeah, no shit.
I know.
Like, I imagine a lady talking to the lady that made this movie being like, why did you even fucking make
why'd
that
you
movie?
even
Like, no
bother?
fucking shit.
Everyone
dude.
knows. And all the guys are just like, the guys in this movie are kind of cool. And why are these annoying women always stopping them from being cool?
Christian Slater's phone conversations are so terrible.
I'm at this.
fucking
I'm
blows
stuck
my
at this
mind.
minor league baseball game. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I thought you were doing your job.
Well, it's on the island where
Yeah.
we are.
It's on
I'm
the
Christian
resort
Slater.
island I have to spend time at.
I'm Christian Slater.
Now
and I
get
sound
out of
like
here.
this.
I gotta go hang out with Mr. Robot, who I also am.
I gotta drive the boat. Oh, he was Mr. Robot in
Yeah.
that? I thought Mr. Robot was the
Terrence
Rami Malek.
Rami Malek, not Terrence Malick. No, he's Mr. Robot, I think.
Oh, the dad is he like the guy's dad or
I
something?
think that's the bit, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been
I like
a long
it when
time.
I like it when they cast a dad that looks like he's 4 years older. Like Christian Slater's obviously old enough to be
Yes.
Rami Malek's dad, but it's
they
always
look,
funny.
Yeah, you would cast them vaguely similar ages.
But if they were gonna cast his mom, it would be the oldest looking woman to ever
So
exist.
they love doing that one. So first off, we've got appearance. What looked better, the movie or the food? I got to give it to movie on this one.
The movie, as
It
much
is
as
a
I want to
well-shot
say,
movie.
and it really I think that the difference between a well shot movie, as you just called it, and just like a movie that was shot because movies need to be shot,
Mhm.
to exist, is like the emotional resonance of just the imagery.
Yeah.
Like if this movie didn't have a fucking line of dialogue, like you'd miss a lot of the frustrating phone conversations with men or whatever.
Mhm.
There's two big ones, and I like how the other guy is just like her husband,
Yep.
pretty much, but worse.
They're like, we need
But,
to make
like-
him a little worse because his wife
like,
did run away.
You would be pretty much equally stressed out. Yeah, his wife fucking got out. You would be equally stressed out if there was no dialogue.
Yeah.
And I think that's oftentimes a testament not just to the actors and the physical stuff, but the shots. So yeah, definitely the movie looked better.
Yeah, and as much as your changes to the Moons Over My Hammy sandwich sounded like they tasted better to you, they sounded like they probably made the food look worse than it normally would.
Yeah, it did. It was a lot of onions. I ruined my sandwich.
Ingredients, food stuff versus the cast and the crew.
Well, I have to give this to the movie.
Yeah,
Because
Roseburn
Roseburn
was
is
knocking it
very
out of the
good.
park. And I do, as much as a dickhead as he is in this movie, I love when Christian Slater shows up in something.
Oh yeah,
I'm
when
a
it's
big
actually him,
Slater
and
head.
when it was him and not Jay
Yeah.
Baruchel, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, it was Christian Slater.
Yeah.
But yeah, and even the Conan O'Brien of it all, which truly, like, he must have produced the movie or something. Like, I have no fucking clue why you would cast Conan O'Brien in that role instead of literally any other white male actor
They're
on the
like,
planet. Like,
this is
you don't get anything.
They're
You
like-
don't gain anything.
They're like, this is billed as a drama comedy, and so far nothing's funny. What if we
And then
got
you see
Conan
Conan.
O'Brien?
And then you see Conan and you're like, here we go. And it's just like, and like I said, some of the times it looks like he's playing a character from a sketch, and it really works against the movie. But still, better ingredients than a Denny's sandwich by far.
Writing.
Wasn't Rose Byrne nominated for an Academy Award for this year?
Yes. I don't remember if she got it.
I don't think she did. I believe it went to.
I think she got
If she
something.
did,
Oh, no,
that would
she
be-
didn't because it. Oh, she would be lead, right? She wouldn't be.
yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to say the lady from Weapons got the other
Supporting
one.
actress.
Supporting.
Yeah.
I don't remember who she was up against if it was lead. Do you know who she's
I don't-
married to?
Oh, it's crazy, isn't it?
It's very funny. I love him too.
Who?
Bobby Cannavale.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh man. I just watched The Station Agent for the first time. Can you
Oh.
believe that? Like,
I don't think I've watched that
25-year-old movie.
Kelsey
What?
always tells me to watch that one. I have not seen it.
Oh, it's Bobby
That's
Cannavale's
Peter
best.
Dinklage, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Peter
yeah, yeah.
Dinklage, and it's Bobby Cannavale's best acting he's ever
Interesting.
done.
I'll
He's
have to
fucking
check it
great,
out.
dude. Yeah, so she was nominated for best.
Jessie
Who won?
Buckley won, I think.
Oh, for
Hamnet.
Hamnet. Oh my god.
A movie that opens with a card that basically says, in olden times, Hamnet and Hamlet were interchangeable.
I just yeah.
So funny.
But that's Chloe Zhao. I like Chloe Zhao is good, right?
She made Nomadland and Eternals.
I guess I never saw Nomadland. Nomadland, all the billboards that I saw made it look like it was about a jury that like goes on an adventure in the wilderness together. Like every picture is like 12 disparate looking people sitting around a fire, and I was like, it looks like a jury escaped.
The jury got out.
They just did not want to fucking. They were like Linda in this movie. The jury was like, this is too much responsibility. The jury's out. I got the joke. I got it. I heard you.
But yeah, no, it's we gave it to the movie. Yes.
Yeah.
Now we're on writing.
Ingredients.
Writing. Movie script versus product copy.
I feel like because we recorded one where the movie kicked the food's ass, I feel like we kind of set the sandwich up to get beat. I feel bad.
Well, the sandwich's copy is bad too.
The script is very good.
Yeah.
It's a machine tight
thing
analysis of a woman's
yeah.
Absolutely justifiable unraveling.
Yeah. And how you don't have to necessarily be a good person to still feel that way, right?
You don't have to be a good person to be a good, person.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm saying even though she's kind of sucky at times, she still is entitled to crumble under these circumstances.
Yeah, you got. Yeah, I don't feel. I don't feel like she's actually. I don't necessarily feel like she's actually a bad mother. No, I feel like motherhood is impossible in the world of this story.
Yeah.
Like even when she thinks she's dying, she sees the lights in the sky and she goes, "Mom," and she thinks she's like talking to her mother. So it's like just dropping that in there throws this whole other fucking level of mother anxiety.
Yeah, there's a bunch of mother stuff in there too. Like yeah. We can't. We're going. How did it sit with you? Did it leave you thinking versus did it leave you pooping? I was left thinking by this movie. I'll probably think about it for a while. I do like the movie a lot. And I don't know if I will watch it again. But I don't know how much I think about the Moons Over My Hammy sandwich, despite it being quite good.
It left me the movie left me thinking, and the Moons Over My Hammy. I did it again. And the Moons Over My Hammy sandwich left me wishing I had not ordered it with onions.
Yeah, that's true. That's more on you than the sandwich, I suppose.
Hey,
but to my taste,
I'm the Linda in that regard.
To my taste, is the movie to your taste more, or the Moons Over My Hammy?
Well, the Moons Over My Hammy, I'm gonna have to give it to that. Because
I think I will too.
Because I specifically had things added and changed. I made the Moons Over My Hammy to my taste.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a time when this movie would have been very much to my taste.
Yeah.
But in the last 6 years, I have undergone a transformation where I do not want to be stressed out just for the sake of experiencing a movie.
Makes sense to
me.
And
that's why I fast forwarded through the coffee table. I watched that movie fast forwarding it because the tension literally made me sick.
Yeah.
But I had to know how it ended, and I did not want to read a synopsis.
I get it.
Yeah, so it looks like the movie takes it. What was the director's name? Mary
Bronstein, I think.
Mary Bronstein. Good job, Mary Bronstein.
Your other work, Mary Bronstein. I hope you make more, because you seemingly have only made a film called Yeast, which I can imagine
made a film called Yeast. A little
something gross that I might not want to watch, and it might just be a short film as well, which I'm not the biggest short film guy.
Holy shit! She made that movie in 2008. Yeast was from 2008. So she made a short in 2008, and then she directed this fucking weird...
It looks like Yeast is a full length. Hour 18.
And she did the Jonestown Defense. Oh, that's actress. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she's mostly an actress, it seems like.
Wow.
But quite good. I hope she gets more work out of this. I don't know what the situation was where she suddenly got to make a movie after 17
and
more years.
Did this make any money?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I can't.
I mean,
feel like
it's not set up to do that.
As unlikely as it was for her to get the first job, I can't imagine why she wouldn't get another one. I mean, this was a competently made, effective movie, whether or not it was arduous to experience. That's clearly part of it and intentional. So,
well, she also paired up with the Safdies, which I think is helpful.
Oh, this
for
was a Safdie
production.
Oh, okay.
Which is good because they have very similar energy, and I think that's a good fit for her energy.
I don't think I've ever seen a Safdie.
Well, that's Uncut Gems.
I haven't.
Or Heaven Knows What, or Good Times, or Smashing Machine, or Marty Supreme.
Oh yeah, it is Good Times. Marty Supreme is on the Plex, just waiting for me.
Yeah, we'll review that against a Supreme Pizza or some other thing that has the word Supreme in it.
Ping pong.
But a short game that I've thrown together.
This is the generic game theme. It's the one we use when we don't have a specific one. I'm sorry.
And it's called I Do Have Legs and I Will Kick You.
Ooh.
So for this one, I will be giving you a description such as, I don't know, say like, I do have a Buster Sword and I will defeat Sephiroth. And you would be like, oh, that's of course Cloud Strife. So that's how it will be played.
I feel like the rest are not going to be that easy.
I mean, I just came up with that one off the top of my head. I do have a Barbasol can of DNA and I will be escaping this island.
Dennis Nedry.
Wow, you even got his name.
When Nedry, that's because it's the movie I've seen more than any other movie in history. But when he tests the Barbasol thing and it squirts at him and he goes squee, he squeals.
That scene is one of my favorite scenes in film. Like the
fact that he didn't get an Academy Award nomination for supporting actor for that movie, like he's amazing.
Also, I love that he just puts a bunch of shaving cream on a guy's piece of pie. Like, what a shithead. I'm just like, I do have green overalls, and I will save my brother from a haunted mansion.
Luigi Mario.
Yep, correct. Luigi Mario. I do have green overalls, and I'm a hit in the health insurance industry. Allegedly.
What?
I do have green overalls, and I'm a hit in the health insurance industry. Allegedly.
Oh, Luigi Mangione.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
I do have a videotape, and since you watched it, I will be coming to see you in 7 days.
Oh, the ring lady.
What's her name? But yes.
Ringu lady?
It's Samara or Sadako, depending on your flavor. I do have a copy of Catcher in the Rye, and I will be going to meet John Lennon.
Oh, Hinckley Jr.
No.
He's a fucking
He's a three-namer.
I know, and they want to do the guys want to make the video game about him chasing John Lennon. Lennon Lives. Please tell me. I'm gonna feel.
It's
John.
Mark David Chapman.
Mark David Chapman.
Yeah, another piece of shit did a song about him.
MDC.
I don't represent a chain. I don't represent a restaurant chain any longer, but I will continue to stand wordlessly in people's homes or places of business, offering them food on a platter.
The big boy.
I don't represent a restaurant chain any longer.
Jeeves from Ask
lost
Jeeves.
his job. No, unfortunately, that one is the King, the Burger King.
No.
Yeah, he got fired. That was part of the Better Whopper announcement.
Look. Oh, really? They're getting rid of the king. He's the one that was putting the bunk mayo.
Yeah, the bad mayo and serving
He was
it in a
busting the
wrapper.
He was busting the bad mayo and then wrapping them up.
I do have a wife named Peggy, and I will not be having sex with her.
Who is Al Bundy?
I do have special blood, and I will do a little self-harm so I can turn big and save my friends and countrymen.
I do have a little blood.
I do have special blood.
I do have special blood. The Hulk?
No, that's Aaron Yeager.
Oh! Yeah, dude. I haven't finished that yet.
Oh, man. It's got a good ending. I'll say that.
Does it really? I can't imagine it would.
I think the last season of that show rips. I think it's so good.
I just haven't watched the last two movies. Like I haven't seen the two specials that they wrapped with.
I think it pays off. I think it's a good story overall. I know a lot of people have a lot of issues with the final reveal of the thing, but I think it's quite good.
There's a final reveal of some big thing?
The final reveal of season 3 onward, I think.
Where the things are in the walls?
No, after that. Stuff beyond the walls.
Oh, yeah, that there's other countries out there.
Yeah, but don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, come on, that's old.
It is
come
old.
On now. And you've seen advertisements that show them in other places, probably.
Probably, who knows?
Yeah.
And finally, I do not have legs, but as soon as I do, I will be choosing to kick you.
Darth Maul.
No, that's Linda from the movie that we just watched.
Oh, I thought it was, remember Darth Maul gets robot legs?
Yeah, he's got robot spider legs.
yeah, for a while. And then they were like, nah, we should just give him regular robot legs because they could do that.
Yeah, that's way lamer. He should have cool spider legs.
So what, I got like 7 of 10?
Yeah, you got the King wrong, you got Linda wrong, you got Aaron Yeager wrong. I guess you technically got Mark David Chapman wrong. You got it as soon as I was getting into it.
Lennon lives.
So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got Al Bundy, you got Sadako or Samara. I think that's a split. Mark David Chapman, the King.
I wouldn't even call. Yeah.
Oh, you got
Mark
5 out of 9.
Chapman,
5 out of 9.
5 out of 9. All right.
Because I didn't do 10 for this one, right? Am I crazy? This is hyper extending this episode for no reason.
I only exist in the moments that are happening. I don't know how many questions there were.
There were 9 questions.
Okay.
So you got the majority. You're a winner, baby. And
you know what? You know who else are winners? Our audience for listening to this delightful episode of Movies Over My Hammy. If you or your family or friends have want to tell us how great we are, leave a review, please. Mm-hmm. That's important.
We thrive on those. They're like our food. That's like our tube. Please don't remove it.
That's me standing over a pizza, just eating the cheese all squished up in my hand, which looked really good, actually.
I know it did. And before you say help yourself and write your own reviews, I can't do that. Help me, please. Help.
Yeah, please help. Please,
help
God,
me.
Please don't leave us. Just come on, please. Oh, and also you can email us if you know of a tie-in because they're kind of hard to find sometimes.
Yep.
And you can email us at moviesovermyhammy, all one word, @gmail.com. That'll also be in the outro music. But who wants to listen to that shit?
Yeah, who made that? It stinks. It doesn't actually. Listen to it. It's good. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Movies Over My Hammy. If you know of a promotional item or have literally anything else of interest that we should know about at Movies Over My Hammy headquarters, you can email the podcast at moviesovermyhammy, all one word, @gmail.com. And please, for the love of Satan,
Like, subscribe, rate, review. Tell everybody you know about this podcast. We're counting on you. Everything is going to be okay. Not enough podcast about fast food. Not enough podcast about